Good afternoon. I'm here again to ask you to take into consideration whether or not you should be able to have more authority over the people who you hire. Do you feel like a boss when someone comes to you and says, I would like to be hired by you? This is where we are. And you need to take into consideration that that our representatives hired a 14-year heroin addict and a drunk. That's what our representatives hired. That is a reflection on all of us U.S. citizens. People make mistakes. I'm not taking that away from anyone. People make mistakes. But some jobs you cannot have with certain mistakes. That should be a moral standpoint. You cannot be an alcoholic and have the Secretary of Defense. But we got it. You cannot be a 14-year heroin addict and be in charge of all of the drugs that go out to the people. You just cannot. To me, it makes logical sense that you not be given those jobs. Because we know that substance abuse makes you not make the best decisions. We could even go as far as to say that if you are on a substance or are dependent upon a substance, that you are forever compromised, that the decisions you make are negative. We can go that far. So we don't need to worry about whether we agree to disagree. You will fight that battle more than likely for the rest of your life to not succumb to that substance. So you cannot have this job. But we have individuals who have it. Our elected representatives found it necessary to give those jobs, not to just any mistake, but to a mistake that is bound and tied to a substance. Would you be hired in your day-to-day life if you're going out to get a job? Everyone who goes to a job interview puts your best foot forward. But guess what you don't have to do? You do not have to divulge if indeed you have a substance problem. But at this job, we make sure to ask all of those questions and bring all of that to light. So we know who you are before you get there. I will say beyond a shadow of a doubt, our representatives made the wrong choices. And there is nothing wrong with saying that. If you don't think they made the right choices, it's okay. But here is my problem, and it will continue to be my problem until I find out if citizens of the United States of America, if citizens of Florida want to have a say-so. If you want to have a part in that conversation, because the representative represents all of us. When that person wins, regardless of how you feel about it, that person is a representative of everyone. The majority think this way. So we know individually that that's not true. But holistically, that is where we are. The only thing that I want to do is put in a fail-safe. When all else fails, go back to the boss. That's you and me. The person who elects you is your boss. When all else fails, go back to the boss. Please want to be the boss. Please want to be put in the boss's seat. That's what it means. When you go to my site, go and look at the plan. Send a message. Hey, I think that you missed something that's very important to get this plan achieved. Go look at it. Go out there and ask, hey, this person says this is how they want to achieve this goal. But they're going to put me in charge of them to be the final say so when all else fails. Do I have to vote on everything? I do not. But when it comes time, it's available to me. It's available to me. An availability that has never been available to me is now available. I don't have to even use it all the time. But to know that it's there, is it not worth it? Right now, the only thing that you and me, the boss of who we elect, okay, I didn't vote for that person. Doesn't matter. They're elected. So the only thing you can do is wait until the representatives decide whether or not it's right or wrong, or they've had enough, or they haven't had enough. That's all you can do, is hold your head and be like, Lord, how did we hire this person? And now we're asking those redundant questions. Isn't there anything we can do? It costs money for an individual to bring a court case. It costs to open the court case, and then it's going to cost to get it through. It's going to cost. That's why you don't see it. That's why people raise money. Hey, donate to this cause so we can hire this lawyer to bring this up. I'm okay with stuff like that. What I am not okay with is I'm asking to be hired and I don't want your money. My Substack, I'm never charging anybody for that. Those thoughts, those opinions, those writings that I put on there, they're me showing you who I am so I can get the job. So that I can get the job. That's why I'm never going to ask citizens to give me money. I'm never going to do it. That 10 cents for you to take that petition to your county supervisor of elections, that's your 10 cents to decide if you want to be the boss. That's all that is. But we just gotta really ask ourselves, why don't we understand that? Why is it difficult to decide whether or not I want to be influential? That my friends and family sit down and they actually value what I'm bringing. Is anybody out here having a second or tertiary conversation? The only conversation is, my candidate wants me, the person who he's advocating to be hired by, to control him in everything that happens. All stop. Full stop. This candidate right here wants the people to be in charge, to have a permanent avenue to always be in charge. So when we have an issue, we control the solutions to that issue. And the people who we elect bring us information. They give us data charts. They tell us everything that they've gotten, and we make a decision. If you're having any other conversation in relation to not hiring me, let me know what that conversation is. If you have personal things, and you all do, how do you solve them if you have to give it to someone else? Everybody is not writing a letter every day talking about everything that's affecting your community. We have sub areas where things can be done, but the citizens are seemingly feeling like their voices are not being heard. So they throw you a bone every now and again. Not good enough. Not good enough. If we want to truly see change, then we have to reform how we give citizens authority. Please help me. Either memorize how to spell my name for that blank slot that will be on there, or take that petition down to your supervisor of elections office with 10 cents and turn it in. Thank you. You guys have a great day.